Hello, skylarks and swallows. It's been a while since I've read you a story. Did you have a good Easter? Did you have any Easter egg hunts in your back garden? Or maybe even in your house? Big question. Have you eaten too much chocolate? Anyway, I'm here to read you a story. I've got the Everywhere Bear here and the Calm Down Bear as well. And look, somebody else is joining us today. It's the ladybird. I'm going to put the ladybird up here to listen to the story. Now, I know when we've been in school, I've read you some stories by Julia Donaldson all about a ladybird, what the ladybird heard, what the ladybird heard next, and even what the ladybird heard on holiday. Well, there's a brand new book by Julia Donaldson with her illustrator, Lydia Monks, and it's called What the Ladybird Heard at the Seaside. Now, it is a brand new book. Shall I read the blurb on the back? Robbers, Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len are plotting to steal the mermaid's hair. But the quiet little ladybird has overheard their terrible plans. Can she and her seaside animal friends come up with an idea big enough to save the day? I wonder. Shall we see? There we go. What the ladybird heard at the seaside. And there's a picture of Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len and their camper van. One July, when the sun was high, the ladybird took to the clear blue sky. She spread her wings in a summer breeze and flew over farms and fields and trees. She flew and she flew as fast as could be, till at last she came to the deep salt sea. And there we go. The picture's over 2 pages. And the sea lion roared, the seagull shrieked, the mermaid sang, and the dolphin squeaked. The crab went snap, the shark went gnash, the whale's grey tail made a mighty splash. The dogfish barked, and the catfish purred, but the ladybird never said a word. But the ladybird saw, and the ladybird heard. There they all are. She saw 2 men in a camper van with swimming trunks and a cunning plan. They were Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len, up to their wicked ways again. Said Lanky Len to Hefty Hugh, I tell you what we're going to do. We'll lie in wait till it's 12 o'clock. Then out we'll swim to the mermaid's rock. The mermaid's hair is very long. She combs it while she sings her song. But when it's night and she's fast asleep, then tiptoe onto her rock we'll creep, and snip, 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 we'll cut that hair, so very long and very fair. Oh my goodness, that's their plan. Said Hefty Hugh to Lanky Len, we'll make a lovely wig and then we'll sell it to a famous star. What brilliant brainy blokes we are. There they are. The mermaid's hair will soon grow back, enough to fill another sack. We'll keep on doing it forever. We've hit on something really clever. Oh no. Oh my goodness. The little spotty ladybird, who hardly ever spoke a word, told the animals what she'd heard. Then the sea lion roared and the seagull shrieked. The mermaid wailed and the dolphin squeaked. The crab went snap and the shark went gnash. The whale's grey tail gave a mighty splash. And the fish declared, that wicked pair, we can't let them steal the mermaid's hair. But the ladybird had a good idea, and she whispered it into every ear. Now you can see she's followed a trail to whisper in each of their ear. Then the seagull gave a joyful shriek, and he fetched some seaweed in his beak. And as the sky was turning red, he dropped it onto the sea lion's head. There we go, you can see on top of the sea lion. Then, as the sky was turning black, the sea lion climbed onto the whale's humped back. There we go. The clock struck 12, and the two bad men, Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len, flip-flapped down to the salty sea. It was cold and dark, but they laughed with glee. There we go, can you see? Then the whale began to sing a song. "That's her," said Hugh. "We can't go wrong." They swam towards the tuneful sound. "She's still awake," said Len, and frowned. There we go. Not looking very happy and a little bit worried. The singing stopped. They took a peep. Said Hugh, "I think she's gone to sleep." There, can you see? They've reached the rock, which is actually the whale. Up they climbed with their big brown sack onto the whale's enormous back, and snip, 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 they started snipping. "This hair," said Hugh, "is damp and dripping." "What's more," said Len, "it's awfully tough. Our scissors can't be sharp enough." Then, "Help!" cried Hugh. "This rock is heaving. I think we'd better both be leaving." But Len replied, "Just one more snip." Then the whale's grey tail gave a great big flip. See the whale's eye down here? The thieves fell into the water, splosh, and Hugh said, "Golly!" and Len said, "Gosh!" Then, "Ouch!" cried Hugh, and Len yelled, "No!" as a shark bit a flipper and the crab pinched a toe. There we go, on there. And one over here. They swam for their lives, and then they ran all the way back to their camper van. There we go. Looking very worried. "Phew," said Hugh, "we've had a scare, but at least we've got the mermaid's hair." There, look. They opened up the sack, and then, "It's full of seaweed," shouted Len. "And tricked again," said the two bad men. Then the sea lion roared, and the seagull shrieked. The mermaid sang, and the dolphin squeaked. The crab went snap, and the shark went nash. The whale's grey tail gave a mighty splash. The dogfish barked, and the catfish purred. But the ladybird said never a word. Brilliant story. Another favourite. Well, thank you very much, Skylarks and Swallows. I won't be reading your story tomorrow, but somebody else will. Be very exciting. And I'll see you again in a few days' time. Bye-bye.